All righty. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for yet another Facebook Live. We're coming to you a little bit delayed because we're having some technical difficulties, so we are actually recording this right now, and we'll boot it up to you as soon as possible. But this is our live channel, and we anticipate going live every time, but this is our backup plan, so we're going to carry on. And today I am actually here with Kellie from Access Food Share, and really want to just promote and help everybody understand what we're doing with Access and how somebody can get involved and help us out. So basically, our team got together and we tried to figure out a way that we could actually make some donations, even though everybody's in these hard times, and what we don't have a lot of excess of is money ourselves, but we have a lot of product. And so we reached out to Access and asked them if we could actually give a gift for people that actually make some contributions. And so we started this up, and the folks at Access are fortunate enough to help us out, and we're converting Oars to very much needed food dollars. And so I'd like to throw it over to Kellie with Access and let her introduce herself and what she does, and tell us a little bit about Access.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much for having us and me, Zach. I really appreciate it. My name is Kellie Battaglia, and I'm the Development Director with Access. Access has been around for 43 years. We are Jackson County's community action agency, as well as the regional food bank for the county. And so we provide a wide array of services. In addition to our food bank, we also have affordable housing, we do rental assistance, utility assistance, we have senior programs, we have veterans and homeless programs, and durable medical equipment loan programs. So we have the full spectrum of services to serve the community. And actually, in 2019, last year, 1 in 4 residents of Jackson County were helped by Access. We served more than 52,000 people last year. So just to give your viewers some sense of how many people are touched by Access and our services.
Sure.
Our food bank, and that really is what our partnership with you is to raise funds for food. And obviously with the COVID-19 crisis, more and more people are in need of services, and in particular in need of food. And so we've seen a dramatic increase in people needing our help. And while at the same time, we've seen a decrease in our ability to hold food drives and accept food for health and safety reasons.
Right. Yeah.
So
no events happening.
Exactly. So we've seen a 75% decline in food donations, and at the same time, more than a 50% increase in the need for food. And so this is why this is such a great opportunity and partnership, and how we appreciate Sawyer Paddles and Oars for reaching out to us, and in challenging times for business, wanting to give back to our community. And so we are very, very appreciative of that.
Yeah, and I think when we when we first started talking, and it was one of those things that, kind of brainstorming it, where, hey, this could actually be very beneficial, because in turn, we are getting cash straight to you guys, which you have great buying power within your network when you have cash. And that was kind of just by nuts and bolts of things, we kind of had to get it set up pretty quick. And so the first way we went to get it set up was we basically just linked somebody straight to your donation page, and then actually had them go ahead and send us a confirmation that they did donate. And that instantaneously got those dollars happening. So that's where the majority of the folks that have participated have gone. But then we kind of started expanding it and made it so that people would actually be able to donate when they're making an order. And we made that a little bit easier for folks. And we did have folks that are just kind of like, because we do kind of sell to the entire country, this effect is rolling, right? There's definitely,
Right.
there's areas that are just being completely hit hard and locked down, nothing happening at all. There's other areas where they're like, hey, I'm doing fine. I have total freedom. And so some of those folks were actually very, very generous to respond to, hey, you know, they're like, you know, straight up saying, hey, I'm doing well and folks need to eat.
Yeah.
And so, you know, so that part was really, really nice. And then we actually did, on our Sawyer Station page, we figured out how we could actually put in a donation button. And so right now our donation button is you guys. And so now somebody ordering online, they can actually just add that to it. It's got mirrored amounts just like your donation page, and they can just add that right to their order as well. So just those 3 ways of making it easy for people to participate. And we have broadcasted, you know, across the entire nation, even though this is a local event for us and you are a local food bank. We broadcasted this on some of our main channels, and really just kind of letting people know that this is a program that we initiated, and you guys were happy enough to go along with us, and it's working out for both parties that we're actually finding this channel to work together. But letting people know this is kind of a pilot program. You know, we may look at other partners that we can bring to the table that maybe are not necessarily, you know, already working with you. And so I thought it was pretty nice that we were able to kind of get that together.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can do some more in the future.
Yeah, and I think the impact of giving to Access is so great. We were talking about the fact that for every $1 donated to Access, we're able to provide 4 meals to those that are struggling with hunger. So if you think about that, $1 would enable a family of 4 to sit down and have a meal together that might otherwise go hungry. And
Right.
so it's such a great impact. And I think you talked about with what you've raised thus far, it's over 2,600 meals that we've been able to provide because of your customers' generosity and because of you thinking about your community and how you can give back. So the impact is so great, and no donation is too small, because if you think about that single dollar, how that can help a family have a dinner they couldn't otherwise have, it's amazing. And you know, it also, like you said, so we're Jackson County's food bank, but if this inspires others in other areas of the country to say, who's my food bank, you know, and reach out and make donations. I mean, that's how social change is made, by generous people like yourself and those that are purchasing your products. So we couldn't do it without you, and we appreciate you and your community commitment.
Right. Yeah. And then we've actually in a lot of our postings, and like I told you, I mean, I've gone live like 5 or 6 times in the last few days, and we're always kind of pushing it out there where, hey, this is the outdoor community, you know. I mean, it's rafters, it's fishermen, it's kayakers, and so we're kind of throwing out that challenge, you know, hey, you know, if you are still in a good standing area, you know, you should, you know, look at possibly donating if you can. And so we've gotten response that way. And then just kind of throwing it out to them. It's like, hey, let's have the outdoor community respond to this, and you know, let people know that there is that whole network out there that is definitely supporting their community. And talk a little bit about kind of the cross-pollination we talked about, as far as you know, just outreach, as far as that you guys need a lot of volunteers and kind of that whole part of it as well.
Well, I think there's a couple things that you touched on, is raising awareness. And I think it's raising awareness about who we are, what we do. It's also raises awareness about the need in the community. And that need not just happening during the COVID crisis. And this absolutely is an unprecedented time where the need is just skyrocketed. But year round, people struggle with hunger, and they struggle with homelessness, and they struggle to make ends meet. And so agencies like Access are in most communities around the country, and that's what we're here for. So it's raising awareness for those if they need our services. So this is a great opportunity that your viewers and your supporters may say, you know, maybe I don't need the service, but I know somebody who does. My neighbor, my friend, and we're here for them for that. And so I think that is a huge piece. And then volunteers are so critically important for an organization like ours. Access has 24 food pantries throughout the county. There's no way that we could distribute and run those pantries without the support of volunteers. And over the course of the year, we have 1,200 volunteers that we rely on to help us do our work. And so while right now, maybe there's challenges around, a lot of our volunteers are older, and so they're unable to volunteer their time. But this is a great opportunity for younger folks and folks that are in your, fisher community and paddling community and whitewater rafters and such to get involved and learn how they can have a personal impact by donating either money or time. And so this is, not just an opportunity for us to raise funds for this immediate need, which is our priority at this point, but it's also to raise awareness about who we are, what we do, and how we rely on others to accomplish our mission.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of folks that may not have a lot of excess money, but they might have a lot of excess time.
Right, exactly.
And that's really kind of the brainstorm. Yeah, that's kind of the brainstorm of where this came from, is that, a couple of the talks that I've given as we've been promoting this is that, because as a manufacturer, we ramp up our production, and really we're at peak capacity as we're typically going into this season because the demand is really high. But now the brakes have been put on, and we still have all of this inventory. So like we started thinking about it. It's like, well, how could we do something that gives back to our community, and what are we rich on? And it's not like, there's not a business out there that's just looking at a place they can write more and more $1,000, $2,000 checks, right? But we're like, hey, we definitely have a lot of product here that is not going to just go off the shelves right away. And so, and it's one of those things. So that's kind of where that brainstorm came from. And I think that, people that maybe like, oh, I don't have a lot of money to give, but I do have extra time, and it's just like one of those things where people are looking for people in their neighborhood that, hey, this elderly person, maybe they need someone to go get their groceries for them, something like that.
I think your initiative, it inspires social change and social engagement. It can be an inspiration and be a model for other businesses, like you said, to maybe think outside the box. We don't have a lot of money to give, but how can we give back? And so, I think it is hopefully it does inspire others, and, one little drop starts, a chain reaction. So thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's really the whole idea, now that as we've been going through this campaign, we have noticed multiple little changes along the way, trying to fine tune it. But now we pretty much have this thing in place. And so we can roll into another campaign. And once this one finishes up and just kind of keep it going. Cause I think we're going to be in this uncertain time for a while, and everybody, that's a lot of it, is that nobody really knows, what the next few months are going to look like. So, everybody's kind of trying to make their own game plan, and as a business, we're doing exactly the same thing. So, I would like to just add the phone numbers and how people can get involved, and then I would like you definitely tell folks their website and all those things as far as how they can get involved as well.
That would be great.
So if you do want to get involved in the donation concept, that you can just follow links from our page, or go straight to Access and go to their donation page. And the donation page, basically just click on it, put in the amount you want to donate, and then as soon as you get that confirmation from Access, just forward that over to info@sawyerstation.com. So info@sawyerstation.com, put you in the mix, and we will be able to make sure you're in that drawing for that little gift prize of a brand new pair of SquareTops. And then also, like we said, there is a link on our website. So if you're actually ordering something from Sawyer Station, just go to our sales page and scroll down to the bottom of it, and it looks very similar to the Access page. And you can actually add on the amount that you're wanting to add to your existing order, and we can put you in that way as well. And then if you really just are wanting to get a hold of our sales team, you can call any of our sales team members. Their numbers are right at the top of the sales page there. and talk to them about some details of an order, and they can go ahead and actually put an amount to access on your order. So there's 3 easy ways to get involved. This does just go through end of the day, midnight tomorrow. We'll actually call the deadline on that, and then we'll do a drawing on May 1st. So April 30th at midnight is the end of that contest. So get in now and get your donation in there. And Kelly, I'll let you go ahead and give some of the info on access where folks can get involved.
So we encourage people to go to our website, which is accesshelps.org. If they need help, resources are on our site. And then our main phone number, which I never call, I actually have to look down to see what it is, but it's 541-779-6691. But there, as you mentioned, the donate button is both on your page as well as on our page and at the top of our homepage. And so we encourage people to go to our website to learn more about us and to look at both, what services we can provide if you need us, as well as the impact of supporting Access. And we also have a film about Access, and really it's more about the clients that we serve and through their lens,
right.
And their lives. And so I encourage people to watch that as well. And again, we really appreciate you and your support and your company, your whole team. I'm a fly fisher. And so when I told my husband that you had reached out, he was so excited. Those are amazing oars. So I think he may donate for us so he can enter your contest.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you spending this time with us, and really appreciate you actually working with us to get this program started. Like I said, I do think it's just it's a kickoff point and a pilot, and I think there's definitely things we can do, in the future as things move forward, and maybe we will inspire some other folks to take this on in different parts of the country as well. And there's always plenty of need out there, and so hopefully we can encourage everybody to be patient and be kind to those around their community and keep it moving.
Thank you. We're grateful to you. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Kelly. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Have a good day.
You as well. Bye-bye.